Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of TechDadHD. We're going to be talking about some cool little gadget that came out with Nintendo. It's Nintendo Switch Lite. So if you guys haven't seen it yet or haven't looked at one or reviewed it yet, we're going to check those out right now. So what we're going to be talking about today are these Nintendo Switch Lites that came out. They came out, a while back, but my sons got them for Christmas and they love them. So I want to just touch base on some of the things that these Nintendo Switch Lites do and the different colors and different things you can do with these things and see if it might be for you guys to get one for your kid one day. So these things are actually pretty cool. They're really compact and lightweight. They have built-in controllers so you can't take it off like those switches. The Nintendo Switch Lite, they have different colors. They have a yellow, they have this aqua color here, and they got a dark gray. So these things have the built-in controllers where they don't come off, kind of like your Nintendo Switches. You can remove these ends here to play on the TV or whatnot, but these are all locked in. You can't move nothing. It's just one Nintendo Switch here. So these actually you can do multiplayer. You can do local wireless or online play. It has the eShop, so you I don't know if you can see any of that. But you can just scroll through. At the bottom, they got the different settings. They got news, the eShop, album, controllers, system settings, obviously sleep mode. And you got all your games up here in the main menu you choose from. Really cool. You can take screenshots of your games while you're playing it with this button right here. I'll just take a screenshot. Really simple to use. The sound quality is pretty good. They have like over 2,000 games already. So there's a lot of games to choose from, a lot of great classic games you could download for free. You can get the Nintendo, regular Nintendo games with like a bunch of different games on there, the Super Nintendo. All that's on there you can get for free. They all work with Nintendo Switch games. All those are compatible. So where that goes is up top here. You just remove that and the game comes out. USB-C charging port at the bottom. You got a headphone jack up top if you want to put headphones on. Obviously your volume rocker is up here and your power button. And then you got your bumps up here, your bumpers. The bottom's got a micro SD card for additional expansion of the memory. So this thing doesn't like rumble or nothing in your hands where the Switches do. It's only a handheld model, so you can't put it on TV. You can't put it on tablet mode. This is what you're holding. This is where you're playing, which is really neat. It's got a 5.5 display on it. It's touchscreen also. So it's a good size when you're looking at it, when you're playing a video game. It's good enough, big enough to see what you're doing. It's not like you're, really scrunching your eyes to see what is on the screen. Really good display though. The batteries here usually last 3 to 7 hours, depending on what game you're playing also. So it doesn't take long to charge, but 3 to 7 hours of game time in a day is plenty for a kid. They're $199.99, but definitely if you're thinking about getting something for your kids that are a little bit older to keep them, occupied for a little bit. I'm not saying give it to them and walk away and that's the babysitter, but definitely give them to them so they can have some fun playing some video games, some learning games. This is a good piece of equipment for that. They don't get all those crazy games like on PlayStation and stuff like that. They have a couple, but nothing like on PlayStation, Xbox, where there's the ratings are pretty hard to keep up with. These are mostly Legos, Mario's, all the Donkey Kong, Nintendo type games, which I grew up as a kid, and I used to play every single game that they had on Nintendo, which was real awesome. I hope they come out with Duck Hunt one day on this thing where you can actually, maybe they have, I don't know, but Duck Hunt was my favorite. And but hey, anyways, definitely check these out if you could, if you want one. Like I said, they're $199.99, so $200 gets you the Switch. It doesn't come with any games. It comes with just the Switch, the plug, charging plug, and each game, varies. You can get used games or you can get new ones, but I've seen them from, $15, $20 new, all the way to like $70, $80. So they're expensive on the high end of games. If you're looking at like the new Luigi Mansion or any kind of new game that just come out, you're going to look at like 50, 60, maybe $70 for these games. Hopefully you guys can check one of these things out and definitely see if it is for you and your family to enjoy. But like I said, personally for us, my boys love them. They do tend to play more than we want, but I remember when I was a kid, I used to play Nintendo and stuff for many more hours than what they do. But you try to limit the time as much as possible. But they love them. They share games, so you can buy one game and have it compatible for both systems, and you can download games from online, so you can actually have them on your Nintendo Switch Lite instead of having the game personally. You can't take your game that you just bought for 60, 70 bucks and physically download it to your Switch Lite. The only way you can download games is if you go on the eShop, and you do that. You got to just download it there, and you don't get the book and all that little stuff that some people like to get. But it saves you from losing a game and not having it or having to buy it again. So downloading it to your system is real good, and you got that micro SD at the bottom to actually expand that storage, because these have storages of 32 gigabytes, and some games are, I've seen games like 12 gigabytes, 20 gigabytes. So I mean, you don't have much space to download a bunch of games, but they do sell like a terabyte of the SD card or something separately. So that could save you a bunch of games on there if you want to download them from the eShop store onto your Nintendo instead of buying the physical game. So definitely check these things out if you get a chance to. Like I said, they are a lot better than what I used to have when I was a kid. They continue to get better, and they're a great little product for your kids to have, or maybe an adult. I play it sometimes, maybe. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you haven't yet subscribed, definitely subscribe to this channel. This is TechDadHD, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.